So let's start off by discussing a question that comes up constantly in WordPress, and that's the question of posts versus pages. There is probably no other WordPress attribute that causes more confusion, particularly when it comes to WordPress and SEO. If you look around the net, you'll see people arguing that there is some innate SEO difference between a WordPress post and a WordPress page. Years ago, I can remember the first time I tried WordPress, and I myself was very confused as to why there was a section to make a quote post and a section to make a quote page. I was pretty confused, but the answer to the question becomes clear when you understand the origins of WordPress. WordPress was originally designed primarily to be an easy to use, easy to install blogging platform. What does the word blog stand for? Blog stands for web log. What is a log? AKA a log book. A logbook is a record of dated entries. Logbooks have been around for centuries. Here's a replica of the frigate called the Grand Turk in northern England, and here is a mock-up of its logbook. So you'll notice the date-wise entry of this book. The entries appear in chronological order: Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Logbooks were often used on ships, but these days many people keep a log, or rather a web log, also called a blog, and that's why WordPress was made, to be blogging software. So people could blog about their interests no matter how mundane or inconsequential they may be. People like to record the events in their life in chronological order. Saturday I got a new cat, Sunday I got a new fish, Monday my cat ate my fish. These are 3 dated entries, aka 3 WordPress posts. WordPress themes will typically display your posts in a quote reverse chronological order. So blogs by definition are simply a date-wise log of updates of posts. Okay, so that was the original intent of WordPress posts. Now what about WordPress pages? A WordPress page is simply a piece of content that is not part of your chronological log. WordPress pages are not displayed in sequence with all your WordPress posts. So for that reason, they're often used for administrative pages like your privacy policy or your contact page. Here's a typical WordPress, a very boring privacy policy. Now you'll notice a couple other differences between posts and pages. On pages, there is often no publication date. And if you look at the bottom, you'll notice that there are no navigational buttons to proceed to the next or previous post. Pages don't have such navigation buttons like posts do, because again, WordPress pages are not displayed in sequence with your posts. They are not part of a dated log. So there is no next or previous content to go to. So that's why there's no buttons here. So what about an SEO perspective? Again, if you look around in the online forums, you will often see people debating the supposed SEO differences between WordPress posts and WordPress pages. People seem to think that there is some hidden special WordPress variable somewhere which tells Googlebot what sort of content it's looking for at a post or a page. But there is no WordPress variable that is necessarily available to Google that contains this information. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could set up your entire WordPress installation such that Googlebot would never be able to know if you're even using WordPress or not. So WordPress will only show Google what your WordPress installation tells it to show Google. So it's not a question of what is better for SEO, a post or a page. They're rendered differently for every WordPress theme anyway, so that's not the right question to ask. Instead, get in the habit of evaluating the SEO attributes of each URL on your website and applying the same SEO principles we've learned in this class to each URL independently.